volume's on.
Okay.
Hello. Oh, I know what's not up on the screen. I've yet to get the messages up on the screen. Let me scoot the screen off over this way and open the message app, because I mean it will come up in screen.
Yeah.
Oh, you making me re-log in, you mess.
Oh, there's security updates recently.
Yes.
Having to log in everything every time recently. I know it's a good idea, really it is. So many hackers out there and all, but
Oh, and now you're making me do the CAPTCHA.
uh
And that.
yeah, today we'll be doing a bit of throwing, and I'll be
I think I put in the wrong password.
oh no.
And then I start halfway through the
That
password.
never works well. I was doing a little bit of cleaning up and reorganizing things over here.
There we go. Got it right on the second try.
Sitting busy.
Okay. There. Yes, kitty. Yes, I know. I must pet the cat. I need to cut clay now, Beast. I know, it's sad. Well, you're just gonna sit in front of that camera right now, huh?
Yeah. Rearrange things a little bit on the tool ball over there.
Cattail.
As it kind of gets messy after a while, I have to. What tools am I not using as often as
Yeah.
others? Put those ones, I'm having more than one person using it sometimes. Use a tool, you either,
Don't put it back.
yeah, just
Or
put
you
it
have to
out
be
here.
really
Fine.
precise about
Yeah.
where you put it back.
Remember where you got the tool from?
I've gotten to the point where I use like 3 or 4 tools and I leave them right here. Maybe on the far side of the wheel because I'm a lefty.
Yeah.
Which, that's what really throws you off, is when I leave them on the far side.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I put things over there, and there's stuff there. Oh, yes. The lefty
Hi.
was throwing.
Yes. Okay, 16 to 24 ounce handleless S side. That's what we're throwing right now. Because I'm like, I realized I was about to cut up a piece of clay and I didn't remember what size.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Okay, so there's lump 1. And after we do a little bit of throwing and finish off this small bag of clay, because this is a remnant, we are going to move over to doing some sculpting.
If there's something people would like us, want to see us either throw or sculpt,
Let us know.
leave a comment in the message. Yeah. Message in the comments.
Yeah.
Or go over to our Patreon page.
Yes, because that's active.
Yes.
And I still have to go through and do setup because you can post things that are specifically for patrons. There's the new follow thing where you can follow and see some content at a page even if you're not a paid member, and I have to go back through those emails.
I stepped on that and my ankle popped and that really hurt. It's gonna
Oh, is that the ankle you
No, it's the other one. But that was that loud crunch you heard?
I thought that was a piece of clay.
It's my ankle. I have no
fun.
idea. That hurt. Why'd you do that, you dumb ankle?
Yeah, and right now you can see Agatha up over by the window. Yes, because there's Agatha right over there. And if I take the camera, spin it past the cord, there's Nyx. Yeah, Nyx, you're not terribly, pleased, I know. Well, we're getting the fire and the wood stove going. Cat cam. Yep. And the thing is there's no way I'm going to be able to track both of them. Because we have both Nyx, the dark boogie monster, and Agatha the Young and Random Particle.
Oh, yeah. The silver streak.
The silver streak. Yeah, what can you say? She's only 6 months old.
Yeah. Who got put in the bathroom because she peed on something.
Oh goodness. And we have floor vents in our house, by the way. We thought she'd finally settled down after yelling about being locked up because she peed on something. And it's like, okay, we'll let her out, it's dinner time and all that. So we opened the door and discovered she had removed the floor vent and gone down the vent system. She went all cat burglar on us.
And then got into the crawl space and got outside.
Yeah.
But when we were calling her,
she started meowing in response, and we found her sitting outside the sliding glass door. Pacing back and forth like, I found the door, but I can't get in!
Yeah.
Silly beast. That was a bit of excitement.
Yeah.
And as a result, we also, the following day, went under the house and fixed the knocked-free vent tube.
And the first time since we've moved here,
both vents in the big bedroom function.
which had originally been 2 bedrooms, that's why it has 2 vents.
Yes.
Has
Except it has
airflow.
it has plenty of heat. Hi, Nyx.
I've gotten used to, like the 4.5, 5 years we've lived here, that really doesn't have much in the way of airflow.
There we go.
It's okay. So I've adjusted for that. It's also that next night, it was all very warm in there.
Oh, really, Nyx?
It was odd.
Oh.
But
Do you want up there, or you just walk? Okay, I'm a pass-through.
so yeah, that put a damp on getting stuff done for us.
Yeah, because it was all the stupid sore muscles afterwards.
Oh yeah. Well, crawling under the house.
Yes.
Yeah, so she had to have gotten out somehow.
Yeah. And we just had
Which
to
meant
find.
there had to be
But because the house had been added onto in the 70s, there's 2 different access points for under the house.
and it has the original foundation at the
Oh, and I found some of the original house color.
what was the original house color?
You know that bright, but not, it's not pastel, but it's getting close, that kind of almost candy-ish, aqua, turquoise, light blue, green kind of color that you really love?
Yeah, which was really popular for houses.
Yeah, that
I
was,
think one of my aunts or uncles had a house that color.
yeah,
When
that
I
was
a
the
little
color.
kid.
There's a little patch of it, maybe about 3 feet long, in the foundation.
No, we're not gonna paint the house that color.
Oh, heck no. No, just no. That is
Paint
not,
it another color eventually. It's like gray right now.
Yeah.
It's fine.
it's
I'm
very
okay with-
neutral.
I'm very okay with the grayscale house. But yeah, for it to actually paint it another color, maybe green,
Yeah, not that shade of green.
but not pastel and
It-
not dark,
Not 1970s mint green.
which leads more like 1950s.
Oh, yeah.
House was
Not
built in the
that,
50s.
not that green.
Not that green. There's some greens that just
Okay,
no.
we'll have, if you throw a second piece that size, and we're talking like message mug kind of thing. Do second piece that size shape, then we'll have enough for 2 medium skull blanks and 3 small skull blanks.
Oh yeah.
Because
Like
there
the
was just,
skulls.
oh, I thought I had another piece. I set it down because shut up! I lost a piece of clay.
Yeah.
Maybe I've just lost it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's the way things are.
This is the other cup size piece,
This
by
is
the way.
What day today is?
Friday?
That's the way this
Yeah.
week's been going?
Was this week the short week?
Monday was a federal holiday?
Yes.
Which totally.
So, here, this is, Mom, that's a skull size piece. It's slightly smaller Here's the piece you want. The piece that I left behind on the desk. Because the cat wanted attention. And since these pieces, these cups get neither handles nor additional sculpting, these ones can go straight over here where there's more airflow and sunlight. Empty bag goes over here. And I will quickly go over and check on the fire. Hey, Agatha. Well, we've had enough cat cam of Agatha. I'm now rotate it to the glaring Nyx. There we go. In her artificial sunbeam. There's no sunbeams on the shop as of yet, except for, well, no, there's one small one that's hitting a plate.
Yeah. Wow. It's up to 67.
Nice. I mean, and I haven't even stoked the fire all that much this morning.
Yeah. Well, it was like 52 when we came out here.
Yeah.
Not overly cold, but not pleasant. It's getting to be that time of year. At least we have sunshine today. For the first time in days.
Yeah, since it's not actively raining today, we should consider going out and bringing in more firewood.
Go forage for firewood in the yard.
Yeah.
What we do is, well, it's a
Oh.
small firebox.
If he wants to play with it, he can try out his miniature chainsaw on some of the logs.
On our miniature logs.
Yeah, because some of the ones over there in the log pile, we'll scavenge through and see which ones are small enough in diameter to fit into the wood
I don't
stove.
Don't go up on the hillside and bring down branches that you found on the ground because he might not.
He hurt himself.
He did.
Well, he stressed his bad knee.
Oh yeah, well, he has 2 bad knees and a bad shoulder.
Because,
And it's good,
yeah, we don't want pieces of wood that are any larger than 3 inches thick.
yeah.
It won't fit.
Oh, no.
That is,
More effective than the space heater.
oh, hell yeah. And it warms more of the room because we have one of those little heat-driven fans.
Got that for Christmas.
Yes. We got a warmth spreader.
Yes. Nyx doesn't like fans.
No.
She's not a fan of it.
No. Nyx is not a fan of fans.
But she likes the dehumidifier.
Yes, she will turn the dehumidifier on, which does blow air, but I suppose she classes it more as, she doesn't have any issue with air cleaners, which do blow air. She doesn't like it when she can see the fan blades.
No, she
She can't see the fan blades in the dehumidifier or an air cleaner. She
likes
can
the
in the window fans and the box fans and, well, the little heat-driven fan, which I know there's a technical name for it. I'm missing it.
I know it has a name. It's
I
a
know it
good
has a name.
too.
It's a good name. Don't remember it. Okay, so I need to mark the bottom of the 2 mugs that you need to put handles on later. Oh wow, that one that had the moist bottom actually has like a full ring foot from throwing. No wonder it wasn't holding on terribly well. See that? Yeah, that shadow right there. She didn't carve that foot. It formed of its own.
That's where they think that a lot of things were
Trimmed.
trimmed. I figured out what causes it now.
That's when things start to let go and then readhere when you're
That's
throwing.
one of the reasons. Otherwise, it had a small footprint on the wheel, and as I'm centering it, more of it goes down. It goes down around the rounded bit,
Yeah.
and it's kind of like,
Okay. And these guys are just gonna sit over here next to the skulls that you need to do
I
round
need
to
to do the
sculpting.
handles because I'm doing the small mugs.
Yes.
Word.
Seljuk?
Seljuk, yes.
Specifically
see the
culture
word.
word.
I just couldn't. It was just kind of like. how do you
Kashan will
use it?
also work.
Yes. Kashan also.
There we go. Those guys are all ready to go. I've done all the things I need to do with those. suppose, okay, and here's the handles that go over with them.
Cause they take special.
Yes.
Not just any.
Yes, in our copious free time, what we also need to do is some general pickup and cleanup out here.
It's so messy.
Yes. Okay, the handles are sitting on top of the skulls. These empty containers can go over here with the empty container land. Let me see, have you got the right color of goop over here? It's goop. As I open it, stare down, I'm like,
I don't think it's the right color.
no, I think that's white goop, not stoneware. That looks like it's also white goop. That's red, that's brown, aka the black clay. Oh, here, I found the,
And no,
The
the
can-
color on the clay on the outside of the container doesn't mean anything.
no,
I had that question recently.
yeah.
Maybe
Yep,
he
here's the fresh container.
Teaching the armorer how to throw pottery.
Yeah.
Maybe someday he'll be brave enough to actually be on in the industry.
Okay, that goes
Well,
down there.
you
Bag.
He's been tasked for throwing 100 pieces.
Yes.
Well,
Sure.
to
Goes back there. Okay, now I have clear
develop
space.
the skills. Well, he has big hands. I have little hands.
Not only does he have big hands, he has hitchhiker thumbs, so
He
they
has
bend
very-
backwards.
His thumbs
Here.
are twice the length of
Here,
mine.
show, yeah, down a bit, there. See, that's as far back as her thumb bends.
And his is all, it's like literally twice the
It's
length of mine.
twice the length, half again the width,
And it
and it bends backwards.
So, yeah,
Not to mention extremely different muscle memory
yeah.
to the hand.
Because he goes bang, bang, bang on things.
Well, not only that, he is relatively right-handed. Perhaps not by nature, but by nurture. You are ambidextrous.
I'm also dyslexic, so I couldn't tell the difference.
Yes.
Wait, just use your dominant hand.
Which
one is that? Which one?
But what if you don't have one? And then people think you're being snippy. Okay, so the rest of those are skull blanks.
Little babies.
Okay, I need
For
to
little
move
itty bitty.
the skull, not the skull. I need to move that so I can work
And
on
let's
skulls.
stick to the back. With this, you can't really see anything, even with my little pint-sized hands.
Yeah. Well, that's like an 8-ounce piece. Because skull blanks look like this.
I have finished gold.
Yes, it's half thrown gold. And then I take them. Oops, I need to gather because the chair on that side of the table is where she generally sits. The other day I had a cat in my lap and was working on stage 1 skull sculpt. Which I'll be able to show in just a moment. But I had to reach across to get my tools. There we go. Here's the mediums. No, I can use
There we
these
go.
guys are big enough. I can use this.
One scope like.
Which be able to sculpt tomorrow.
It's the hurry up and wait.
Oh goodness, yes.
Also, throwing teaches one patience. Yes. Oh my goodness. But no, it's learning
A completely
different
art form.
Yeah. Also the sewing.
Yeah.
These
But
costumers.
both of those in a way are manipulation of flats.
Yeah.
Where this is taking a solid and making it a completely different shape. Taking a volume of mass and reshaping it.
Yeah. My hands don't do that now. importantly, a different shape.
With different history.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just in terms of reshaping that bowl blank, that is the next stage of skull. So it's just been warped eye sockets and nose socket started in the
Yeah.
just the starts of the cheekbones. And once she finishes throwing, what we'll do is warn everyone and adjust the angle of the camera so it's facing the table. And someday we will take this down briefly and insert armature wire, so when we angle it to hang over the table, it's a little more.
Yeah, well, we can use there's a nail in the side of that beam. We can always
Yeah.
get
The rubber
ugly
band.
Rubber band, yes.
I talk about,
Very
just low budget.
low budget. Someday we'll have a better shop, I hope.
Yeah, maybe we can get a. Oh goodness.
Even just trying to get a quote of what it would cost so we could save up the money to do
And
it.
save up the money to because
This is a glorified improved patio with dry rot.
Yeah.
They found the dry rot when they had to go under.
Yeah, no big deal. Just one of the support struts.
Yeah, so
Or at least one of the points of damage. What we were told when we moved in by the home inspector was that this structure was not going to last over long.
5, 10 years.
5 to 10 years, and that was
4 and a half years.
4.5 years ago.
Yes.
Yes. But yes,
So
I don't know if anybody else has encountered this, but the difficulties in finding a contractor.
Just to give you a quote.
Yeah, even
For
just to give a quote.
For it to be at ground level, cement slab, and an enclosed patio.
Yeah.
Something a little more.
A Washingtonian enclosed roofed patio, which generally means it has walls, it has windows. It's more equivalent of a less than fancy sunroom or solarium, which is what it was labeled on the house when we were looking at
It's
it.
a hodgepodge enclosed raised patio.
Yep.
It's a deck. It's a cedar deck.
As you can see, there's windows all the way around, from about railing height up for some odd reason.
Some odd reason. I think it started right at the railing.
Yeah.
Can't imagine.
Basically, they slapped wall on the inside and outside of the railing area.
And then they put
windows above it.
Plyboard.
They
over
put very thin
deck.
plywood over the cedar decking. Poof, floor. We discovered that when we pulled up the carpet. That was originally in here when we moved in.
When we first moved here, it had carpet and curtains. So we ripped out the carpet and took down the curtains. We went to a salvage place, got the blinds, which we paid $7 a piece.
$7 a set, and I mean they're wood blinds.
And
They're nice.
And the thing is, and they sit on the old
They sit on the curtain hanging hardware.
well,
Yes.
that was just mostly temporary.
It's like, well, we'll put this here for now. Cut to 4 years later,
Yeah.
because that was in the first couple of months.
Yeah.
Because the curtains were hideous
We
and
moved
dusty.
here in
April 2019. So yes, and then a mere 11 months later,
Is it
8 months later. Well, 8 months later is when, there's the rumors of COVID starting, and then it was that
Yeah,
March, so it was
March.
almost a year, when everything, boom, locked down and we were doing
We
stuff.
didn't even really know our way around.
No, in which case there's parts of the city we live in, we have no idea how to navigate without.
We have to use a nav to get places in the very little town that we live in. It's a large town.
Especially the area around the lake. I mean, if you, the lake in the square, it's so easy to, your sense of direction to get rotated by 90 degrees.
Yeah, the square, which is was the center of the.
It was the
Land
original
City.
center. Yes.
It was a logging town to begin with.
Logging, paper mill, and aluminum.
Yeah. None of which are around anymore.
Nope. All those industries have left.
Yeah. Well, aluminum
Or
is
been
just
ended.
as well.
Oh yeah.
Because that's really
highly
bad.
toxic.
Yeah. Like when they found a new deposit of bauxite.
Just up the hill from where we now live.
What they did is,
Put housing on top of it.
within a year of finding it, there was a housing development plan. They weren't gonna have any more
Mining.
and it's kinda like, well, good for them.
Yeah. No, I know that it is next to impossible to get the funding for, but I really hope someday they clean up the old aluminum smeltery location.
It's, from what I've heard from someone who works for FEMA, is it's not, it's an gross polluter, so.
Yeah. Which also makes it harder to get good funding to get it dealt with.
Yeah, so the best they did was bury it,
Yeah.
seal it. Well, that's also down by the waterfront too, so we live near a major.
Yeah. I can see that. Getting the cheekbones on.
This must be really boring to watch.
I know, the half-thrown vessels.
Yeah.
But I mean, that is the start of, and well, in a moment, we'll have the next step of this guy to show off.
Yeah, and then I'll be going on to doing eyeballs and.
Yay, refining
Yeah.
all the
And
features
how-
that I'm roughing in.
Yeah. How I tug the eyes into shape, yeah.
Oh, I know, you grab the eye sockets and go, right?
Yeah. Cause we have a plastic skull.
Yeah, Yorick is sitting right here.
Alas, poor Yorick.
It's, Tatterbrain Pixie, it's not boring to watch. I'm
Oh,
glad to hear it.
Thank you.
Well, considering it's things that we do all the time and have done for 20 years?
Yeah.
It's been a business for 20 years now.
Yeah. It was.
It's one of those times you stop and think, it's like, I've been doing this
Watching
for,
Barbara
ouch.
being thrown is relaxing. Oh.
It's that hypnotic
it's-
thing.
Yeah.
Ow.
Oh, come on, stick to the end up.
And there's always the armor piece.
No, that was the other day.
Yeah. Because, last month, we were all sick with COVID.
Actually, it's October. That was.
It was last month.
It was August.
The very end of August. It was the beginning of September.
Yeah. Lost. You know.
We lost the month of September. September did not exist.
Same thing. Watching Bob Ross paint. Well, I'm glad I'm more entertaining than Bob Ross.
Yay.
You're.
That was another thing that was on PBS when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, he was actually on for a very long time. I mean, he's still
Yeah,
on.
well-
He's syndicated. There we go.
When her
So-
and her brothers were little, they watched a lot of PBS.
This is the end of the stage 1 sculpt. You say it's no teeth, and the eye sockets are more or less round divots at the moment. The teeth happen after the stage 2 sculpt. They're like the next to final thing. The very final thing is once the piece is firmed up and put the suture lines in the bone.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. And heck, if I get all the stage 1 sculpt finished before there's anything at stage 3 sculpt for me to do, I I just get back to making Mesopotamian loom weights.
Yeah.
Just making basically fire
These days
weaving
when I
tools.
have money again, I'll order black and white skulls.
Cool. Because so now I've yet to make the holes in them yet, but Mesopotamian skull weight. Not skull weight. Loom weight. Oh, you weight the skulls. Loom weighted with the skulls of your enemies.
Then you have to and then just go click, click. That would be funny. Yeah. Why couldn't you make little skull loom weights, right?
I just realized that when I was doing the link, yes, there was sound coming from the computer. There we go.
Oh, okay.
YouTube was in the background because I had to bring it up to share the link.
Oh,
And all of a sudden I could hear our laughter in the background.
Oh dear.
But yes, this needs to have a hole punched in it towards the top, like right there. Because we got asked to make some.
It looks like there's more coming up down there than are coming up.
Well, it comes up in the reverse order.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Yes.
Never mind.
Because here, the new ones are at the bottom
Oh,
in
nice.
our chat window. But over here, they come up at the top and push down. So literally, it's in the reverse order.
Oh, okay. No wonder it didn't look right.
Yes.
I was just like rarely looking at what I'm doing when I'm throwing.
Yes. But the reason why I always bring up the chat window is because the messages on the screen
They're
within
little
the window come up probably about 6 point for us on the screen.
Yeah, but that's across the room.
Yeah.
6 point is hard to.
Well, I think it might actually be 10 because I can just read it from here. But yeah, not the easiest thing to read. I was gonna say I could check on the fire, but I probably don't need to make it any warmer.
70.
It's sunny out and 70 degrees.
Yeah, it's just kind of.
So with probably half a bucket of wood, just totally just quantitative, half a bucket of wood, I brought it up 17 degrees.
Wow.
So yeah, I think that there's a good chance that we will, if we, once we finally get our plans, if we, if we get a good quote, and
Depending
it's,
on whether we can.
and it's depending on whether or not we can afford it, the new rebuild of this space would be considerably larger.
Yeah.
Because it's currently,
Well, it'll be a much greater volume because
it'll be
down.
dropped down like 2.5 feet.
Yeah, because that way you don't have to go down 6 stairs to go into
I
the
can use
garage.
a cart to take the greenware from the throwing area to the kilns,
Which is in the garage.
because we have gotten the second kiln set up now.
Yeah. Well,
So we have old Rusty.
because we needed to get a new
We needed,
bottom.
yeah,
Because
we needed
the
a new
other one,
floor.
we lived on the coast and the patio started leaking. Water splashed onto the
Bottom support band of kiln.
which caused it to rust through, which
And
is what holds it together.
And without that support band, it collapsed
It
in the middle of a firing. It destroyed several pieces.
Yeah, so
Once the kiln cooled down sufficiently, we carefully deconstructed the entire kiln. And we had a friend of ours who worked in metal gave us a piece of sheet steel that we were able to use to to hold together the
put
re-cemented together blocks of the bottom floor.
and that lasted for about 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. Technically, we still have that fire brick, but after it moved, we were not going to trust
Yeah.
it.
Well, we had to put it on something so we could remove it, but it was
It's
just,
it's still got the heavy duty plastic wrap that you use for moving. It's still wrapped with that stuff to a round piece of particle board.
that was a part of
It
the
was
table.
part of a tabletop. We gave up a table so we could transport that.
Oh, no.
And after we moved, we actually, we wanted to get a second large kiln anyways.
Well, it was gonna cost
yeah.
$1,000 to repair it or $3,000 to buy a new one. And that would be quicker, and this one was more energy efficient. It had
Because it's
3-inch fire per opposed to 2.5, and had a better.
It has a much
control
better
box.
interface.
Yeah. And also, we live really close to
Scott. The Scott manufacturers,
an hour's drive away.
yeah.
And they're really nice people there too.
Yeah. Scott is a nice brand. It doesn't just make good product. They're nice people.
Yeah. It was great. Yeah.
And it really is. And if Scott, if you ever want to, sponsor a streamer, hi.
Oh, I know.
I have no idea even how to approach
You
something like
probably
that.
have to call them up. But, I mean, even if they just supplied us with coils or thermocouples.
Thermocouples, yes, we would
That's-
totally,
we would
put, sponsored by Scott down in the
A lot of our loading video starts with a picture of the
of the Scott's control box.
yeah, so it's kinda like we were always promoting Scud anyways.
Yeah, we've used Scott kilns for.
That's my little kiln.
He's 30 years old.
It was when you were in high school. So not quite 30.
Yeah.
Because it was
I was 25.
yeah.
It's got to be a minimum of 25 years
Yeah,
old.
yeah, we can beware
Okay.
of the sound.
Okay, yes. Sound and motion warning. Because if you get motion sick, look away now.
Oh dear. I suppose this wouldn't be so bad to be on the
Skulls?
skulls.
No. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to get the rubber band
Yeah. Here,
because
want me
it's not supporting itself. I'm just carefully letting go.
Oh,
It's
okay.
just slowly drifting down. Assuming the cats haven't made off with my rubber band. Nope, doesn't seem to be over here.
It's a twist tie, so.
If nothing else, you know what? I could use this, oh look, I have a carabiner and not enough height. Oh god, really? 1 inch? 1 inch?
Let's see.
Oh wait, here. No, Mom. One chunk of 4x4.
Yeah.
There we go.
We
Now-
do tend to like have lots of scavenged bits and pieces.
Okay,
in there.
sound and motion warning again. Now I will use this measuring tape and I
Oh,
will
dear.
tie it. Okay, that's holding that. No comment about dirty rig, too much at least. There we go. And that's a good angle now. Yay! Hopefully the knot doesn't come undone. Well, if it does, the camera will just shift.
See, now what I have to do now is
Was that fascinating? Oh, you're watching
see, 'cause
Agatha.
it's flat.
Yes, you have flat top at the moment.
And now to do this, it's I put my hand on the inside of the what was a bowl.
There we go.
The bowl was with eyes, nose, and cheekbones, and I'm making it kind of skull shaped.
Oh, yes, that's what that little piece of clay was for. Oh, I haven't given you your nose yet. I'm sorry, this one is, well, this is the skull that didn't want to be a bowl yesterday.
Yeah.
And he's
It's a piece of clay.
Fighting
It's a
it.
little ornery.
Yeah, he's still ornery. Let's just put it that way. Oh, I just tore a hole in his nose.
You
What
broke
was I
his
saying
little
about-
nose.
I made it so he can smell. There's an opening in the nose at the moment.
That would be really gross because they'd all
Oh,
run
yeah.
out, fill it up too far and go
Bleh. Bleh.
Now I have to give him a bit more forehead here.
And you also have to get rid of the crown markings.
Yeah. This, see, what used to be the bottom of the bowl is now, people said, at times said it looks more like a crown.
Yes, I said the
And it's
crown
good.
markings.
Yes. And it's good. Okay. Instead of it being round, it has to be more, well, skull shaped.
Yeah, because most skulls are oblong. I mean, there are people out there who have more of the bubble-shaped heads, but they're the exception rather than the norm.
Instead of using a lot of tools, a lot of times I just use my fingers.
Yeah, I'm far more into
You're
using
more
the
of the tool
tools,
using monkey.
but I also work with much smaller things in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
Spaces where even my fingers, which are small, like hers, just aren't going to fit.
Yeah. It also depends on what.
Yes.
So.
Well, I was just having to fix a hole on the inside of the nose. My finger's
Yeah.
not going to fit in there. And this piece, I actually need a little bit of scrap clay. There wasn't enough waste clay to make the cheekbone.
Oh dear.
I mean,
Since
99 times out of 100, there's enough clay from elsewhere to make the cheekbones, but not for this one. Is that gonna be enough?
sometimes I have to add a little bit on these guys too, on this step.
There's relatively workable clay in that bag. A cat has appeared in the box. Yes.
Oh yes.
And there is that would be Nyx. And if I go up and grab cat cam, turn it so you can see the side of Agatha. There we go. Right up there, top shelf, behind the piece of, tape measure that's holding the camera up.
Does it measure up?
There we go. There's Nyx and her artificial sunbeam. She likes hanging out in that box. That light is an LED panel. It doesn't produce a whole lot of heat, but apparently she considers it sufficient. No, that is not enough clay. Just keep top shelf cat indeed, yes. They both like top shelves.
But they don't share.
At least not yet. Maybe eventually. But I mean, we only brought home Agatha in July, beginning of July. So she's only been. She joined the household relatively smoothly.
Just, another cat.
And the other cats took a little bit of getting used to. It's like, but yeah, Agatha was like, "Hi, other kitties," and the other cats were like, "Oh God, why humans?
No Viper, the old man there. He's going, not another kid.
Why did you bring home a kitten?" He just looked at the kitten, looked at us, and went, "Why me?"
The long suffering.
Yes. But yeah, at 14, he's not spry. He is not interested in the shop.
It would be too.
Yeah. He has
He
his
likes
heating pad that he curls up on inside, and it's all good.
That's his territories.
Yes.
That couch.
That couch. Nyx doesn't bother him too often.
She'll play Cookie Monster Go.
she tries to play with him like she plays with the kitten, with Agatha. Oddly enough, this doesn't go down well with a 14-year-old cat, as it does with a 6-month-old kitten. Then there's arguments and yelling, and she's touching me, and etc.
He's looking at me.
He's not playing. Make him play. He's like, Nyx, he doesn't play like that. Make him play.
Oh, you did that to your cousin.
I did. Yes, I did.
The whole thing with the tension ball.
Yeah. Child coming back from medieval reenactment event, watching people, swing large sticks at one another. Finds tension pole.
Takes tension pole out of.
It takes tension pole out of doorway, where it was supposed to be preventing, access. Climbs up into ledge in hallway, because it was one of those pass through halfway up the wall.
60s tract housing.
Tract housing.
Nothing like it.
Oh, thank goodness. You climb up into, pass through window shaped wall. Wait for cousin to come down hallway. Jump out of ledge and go, ha!
He comes screaming around the corner into the kitchen. She's trying to kill me.
I took him
Then
around
she
the
comes
corner.
around the corner.
He won't play.
Heartbroken. And it's all I could do not to laugh.
Yeah.
Because,
Sarah, you shouldn't do that to your cousin. He didn't have a stick, did he? You can't play that game unless both people have sticks and are both willing to play.
not that she heard this a lot.
No. Totally not.
Okay, this one. Now it can go back over here. And put here.
I guess. So let me get you a board to put them on so they're within reach.
Yeah, something to put it on.
Go. Yep, this is.
Otherwise, I'll just stand here.
They're not standing, they're sitting. There we go.
Because that way it will.
It'll form that little bit of base, and also it doesn't mush his jaw.
Then.
One. Oh, you can do your handles now?
Maybe I'll let it dry a little.
But the other skulls are underneath the handles. Because the skull you did was the first one that I sculpted today.
The yard. There. Break it off.
Or the pseudo life-size skull there. Which people request. I think of them more cereal bowls and cups. You're punching the inside of his head. I think I've had that headache. But yes,
Yeah.
here's
See.
the end of stage 2 sculpt.
And if you look at, well, that one,
Yes, you can
a lot of
still
times they
see
do
the little
have-
knuckle marks in there.
yeah, little knuckle marks.
Oh dear, I just looked down and realized he's got a giant gaping hole in his eye socket.
Oh dear.
I couldn't see it from the other angle.
It's often the case. You
Yeah.
have to be at just the right angle.
Yep.
I'm not sure which is worse, the really big ones for rounding out or the really small ones.
Yeah, I think it might be the really small ones, because you can't get your fist in them.
These, I don't have enough fist.
Okay, so here is end of stage 1 sculpt. And here's the end of stage 2 sculpt.
And this is me trying to round this.
And there she is, punching the inside of his head. So at this point, I will get this guy popped off his bat. Can't use that section of table because it's full of pottery. Because what I do is I flex the bat a little. And just gently coax
Which
it
is
off.
what
No
kills
tearing.
the bats a lot
No
of times
tearing.
is
Oh,
the
you
flex.
bastard.
I was wondering if that was gonna happen with that
Yeah,
one.
I will fix him. I have the technology.
He needs brain surgery.
Hi. I'm just fixing a hole.
She's just a brute.
A hole that's formed in the
No, I have to give
size.
him a crushing headache.
The thing is I kind of resemble that remark. Oh, the air pressure's changing
Oh
again.
no. Goes up.
Goes down.
Man, had some pretty good storms this week.
Yeah. The other day we got, what was it, an inch of rain? Little over?
Yeah. It was really pretty storm.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
That's fine, I didn't have to go out in it. It could rain as much as it wants.
There. Top of his head is now formed, so he's wrapped up. Shall I do stage 3 on this guy,
Yeah.
since he's right here?
Right there, as I hand them to you.
Well, there's still, I think, 2? I mean, it's either 2 or 3 still under the wrap over here. I think there might be 3. Yes. But I mean, you still have a fair number that you're working on there, so probably get this guy done, then it can go to the drying rack
Yeah.
and dry up so that tomorrow I can put the lines on the skull. Okay, since you're using the small red tool, I'll use the large red tool.
It's not really important which one tools, as long as you have one of them.
Yeah, well, for pushing outwards the back side of the skull, I have to use the small red skull tool because the larger one won't fit. There we go. I'm going through and finding spots where there's the oddnesses in the shape of the skull and that may have slipped through, or the fact that this guy has an outie for a temple instead of an innie, which could just be, a finger bumping the inside of the skull.
yeah.
Because he's still so soft.
Yeah, he is soft. He's just an old softy.
That comment does not normally apply to one's skull. Go, get the goop off the tool.
I know what's wrong with this guy. I know what I do to make his get the right shape. That.
Skulls shouldn't do that.
Oh, it's like, oh, that's much better. Sarah?
Yeah. Oh, that's what happened. That's what creates the outie temples on occasion.
Yeah, 'cause I have to.
Yeah, and then I just have to. Yeah, this is the reason why there's like 3 stages of sculpting.
And it goes back and forth. Because we found that worked best because, and then over time we've developed very specific skills for
Sculpting skulls.
I do this.
Actually, also what I need at this point is I need to go get one of the lined bowls so that I can angle it correctly to get the teeth.
Yeah. The teeth are fun. But she does teeth now.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if they always
But
have the
if you
same
have-
number. Everybody has the same
Well,
number.
there was now one black one where it was after it came out of its first firing, one of its front teeth fell out. And I'm like, well, I guess you're just gonna have a look, aren't you?
I know, and it is kind of funny. There was one time one of them nearly rolled off the table.
Oh, yes, the heads will roll joke.
And I go, you know that, sir. I say, heads will roll. Of course, that was back when we still lived in Fortuna. And we would do this at our dining room table
Yeah.
with a plastic picnic.
Well, I have to say
Carpet.
this. We still
Never
don't
had
carpet.
No.
I have to say this though, we still don't sit at the dining room table to eat. It's just gone from being a clay working area to it's got herbs growing on it. And it's also a cat eating station.
Yeah.
Well, at least someone eats at the table, right?
Yeah. The cats. It's better than having the cat food.
Oh,
Because we
good
have
Lord.
Mr. Old Man who
Yes.
scoops it out of the bowl and gets all over the table.
Because
Better
that way
all over
you
the table than all over the floor.
Cause that way, you scrape all the stale stuff off the top and you can get at the good lit stuff further down.
Even if it was
Little
just put
brat.
out.
Oh, yes. Yes.
One of the ways he would earn the name Mr. Rat Cat.
Yes.
When he was a young cat, as a matter of fact.
Yup. Oh, the eccentricities of one's pets.
It's the gravity.
Using gravity to force the skull onto your hand to make it rounder.
Yes. We need to make this go.
Ew.
I'm
That
doing
guy
this,
just-
I'm taking it as if I was like on the wheel. You just color the lip in some. Smooth it out so it doesn't look peppered. You don't want a peppered skull.
No, that sounds like, there's some sort of horrible disease occurring.
No.
A puckered skull? Premolar? The thing is I still find myself, feeling around my own teeth with tongue while I'm doing this, going, yeah, that one's that
one's-
shape.
Oh yeah, this is the one that has the.
Yes, that one's actually a special order one because they wanted a lanyard hole on the side. So be careful you don't smush my lanyard hole. It came out really clean.
It did.
And we will check to see why that's pinging when we have, goodness gracious. Again, really? Should I go poke your phone?
I guess.
Make sure it's nothing that needs, well, we're working, people! That wasn't quite an adamant
Oh,
set
it could
of
have
things.
just been that the email was updated.
Oh, yeah, that could do it.
Which still could be something, but
Yeah. Got this little cupped
I
silicone.
try to keep
tool.
as much clay off my phone as possible.
Yeah.
Doesn't always.
No. Didn't you take the outer silicone layer of your phone case off the other day and wash it near the
That's why I
faucet?
have a heavy case. Cause yeah, there's clay all over it. That's good. That's my new phone. Every 4 years, 3.5 to 4 years, I get a new phone because, well, technology. Also
Technology
it-
has passed the old one by. Well, it's like
Yeah.
our desktops. How old was your desktop at the point of
Mine
replacement?
was about 10 years old. Yeah, cause your
Yeah.
guys's are 11.
Yeah. We did a good job picking out the last ones.
Yeah, this computer's having problems. Look up to see how old it is.
Oh,
Could be a
I think I
reason.
know why. We must have gotten it just after the peak of a high point in price for the new release of technology. But when that layer was, that level of technology was still relatively cutting edge.
Cutting
Because-
edge, but affordable.
Yeah.
Not you never get the latest, greatest,
Oh,
because
no.
it's gonna be way too
The
expensive.
cost to benefit ratio is non-ideal.
Yeah. And yours is, well, slowly dying now.
Yeah. Well, even after that last update where I had 14 free megabytes left on my boot
You
drive.
had to get your brother to get it.
Yeah. So it had-
Fix it, fix it.
It's complaining that it doesn't have enough space to download the new update. Can you make this work?
It generally does.
Yeah. Well, not only that, he was able to diagnose from the sound that occurred at the time, and fix my machine after the cat caused a voltage surge by stepping on one of the connecting cords to my graphics card, which crashed the machine so hard that he had to disconnect cards, get it to boot in repair mode, and then reconnect cards.
Yeah, had to, that was, it's
Only took him a couple hours to get that dealt with.
Oh.
He also, really thoroughly dusted that machine.
yeah, 'cause it was pretty dusty on the inside, that was,
And people in the next room were like, "What's going on?" Because you guys are going, "Ah, whoa!" And I'm like, "Oh, he's just blowing dust out of the machine, and it's mildly horrifying. That's all."
was dust and, yeah,
And
but
well, little lumps of cat fur.
little lumps of cat fur, clay dust, 'cause it used to be in the same room.
Yeah. Speaking of cats, actually, it has been dusted since.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
because
couldn't
now both
remember.
cats are over there. Because Agatha is on the top shelf there, and Nyx is
In the window.
yes, she's the shadow
And then
right
it's got-
behind that bag of clay.
There's sunshine right now, and it's not too hot.
Yes.
Well, she's dark, so she's dark.
Yeah,
but
she
she'll
overheats easily. And then she has to go and sit elsewhere in the room where it's cooler.
How are you doing, Mr. Skull? Your eyeballs need to be a little higher up. There we go. Yeah. 'Cause they're more rectangular than they
Yeah.
are round or square.
Is it horrible to say when we're watching Time Team and they're showing off a lot of skulls that I find myself going, that one has, decidedly the eye sockets are canted differently, or those ones are decidedly rounder, or,
Yeah.
the variation in skull shapes.
Oh, I know.
And now to add the grooves
Still,
and
you can wait.
rollers.
We'll eat when you get inside. Those
Oh, I'm kind of glad to hear I'm not the only one with the growling tummy.
Yeah.
It's like, we're busy right now. Digestion, you can wait. You don't need input that vitally right now. Okay, so this guy will now go sit on a board on the drying rack, and tomorrow he will get the suture lines in.
Just a little bit right here. There we go. That looks better. It just needs a little pinch of clay here or there sometimes.
Yeah. There we go. One. But now I'll do the stage 1 sculpt on others. You still working on the second one?
Just finishing.
Okay.
You. Ooh, you got a booger. No boogers.
But yeah, what I'll do is I'll try to get the stage 2 sculpt, the stage 1 sculpt on the, oh god, this one is damp. I had to dump water out of that one.
I wanted to make sure that they didn't dry out. Yesterday we had to do grocery shopping. I
Yeah.
hate grocery shopping.
Yeah, so not a fan. I need the small red tool.
Yeah.
Oh, is he on the soft side at this point?
Yes, he is.
Okay. You know what? I think that some of these might end up just getting wrapped up again and stage 3 sculpt will happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
You made the tool all gunky. Gotta clean it off.
Shows.
Oh, careful, he's really thin. And he's the one that I had to. Okay, yes, you're gonna need more skull patch.
Whole breach.
Oh, reach! Yes.
Yeah.
Right on the top of the head.
That must hurt.
Head. And this is how I use the red tool. The small red tool. There we go. Take it on the inside of the back of the head.
You good one.
Cheekbones. Shape the mouth. Find the tool.
See
It's
all
really-
the finger,
Marks.
cause I'm going
Oh,
like this.
yes. Oh, yeah, his skull's ridged right now.
Yeah. It won't stay that way.
Oh, no. And this tool, which is a potter's thumb, but I always think of it, it's the eye socket tool.
Yeah.
Well, I use it for eye sockets and everything but the minis.
Yeah.
Is that your stomach?
Yes.
Well, it's either that or a dog barked 2 houses away.
I don't think it was quite that loud.
That's why I said 2 houses away rather than next door.
No, you live in a quiet neighborhood, Lynn.
Yeah.
Not too many people with dogs.
No. And
There's-
the uphill neighbors who had dogs, they moved away.
Yeah.
And the
Used to
new
always
ones,
say puppy dog.
yes,
It's kinda like,
and they had more of the small yappy type.
yeah, did
Then-
its job, it would hear
the
a
folks
noise, it
that-
would bark.
Yeah, it's precisely why dogs that size came to be.
Yeah.
It's one of their jobs was to be an alarm.
Yeah, and they're oh my god, he's barking. No,
It's
it's
fine.
Your dog's doing exactly what the dog is
Occasionally-
supposed to do.
Occasionally they let us know that one of their toys went through or over the fence and they would like it back, please. That's
Yeah.
why they're barking.
Yeah, and they were kind of, but, and I go, yeah,
It's
just
fine.
let us know, and we'll, when we
We're-
see them, we'll
we
throw
are
them
not-
back over the fence.
We are not anti-dog.
It's
We just have cats.
because,
I think the new folks who moved in, I think they may have brought some of their, local, strays. The awkward thing where there are cats that people care for, but they're 100% outdoor and they don't come inside.
yeah,
They're not feral, they're, because feral cats don't hang out with humans.
yeah. Let's put some slime on here. I'm gonna slime his head.
I have no idea why your phone is so insistent right now. But we'll deal with that with lunch.
Yeah.
Go.
I really don't like to get any more clay on it than I need to.
Yeah.
I'll
Oh,
go in
I
soon.
didn't cut the, yeah. Yeah, and I don't think, these, skulls from the other day that were towards the back of the shelf, are not in danger of being too dry.
No, they're not.
Cause honestly, when I checked on them and covered them, I checked the ones on the front side of the shelf, and those were a little dry, so I sprayed them a little bit and covered them. Apparently I didn't need to have sprayed them all. Oh, crud, I almost forgot to make 2 crucial cuts.
Oh, yeah, that would,
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
yeah, this one is almost a little on this side.
He's thin, so he's got a narrower margin of,
Yeah.
Workability?
That's why when I get,
yeah, he may just need to be given a
trying to
rest.
get some of the things done on him though.
Yeah.
Here's some gooey stuff right here. There we go. Let's
Yeah, that was a bag of scrap that it had really dry parts in there. I had to pour water in because I was reconstituting it to use for loom weights.
Yeah.
I love seeing pictures of people using the loom weights, the work weighted looms. There's a couple pictures up on the website of that. Mind you, one of the pictures I noticed the other day was broken and I figured
Oh.
why the damn link from a coating.
Yeah.
Meh. And it could be something as simple as, when I was re-uploading everything because for a while my file uploader wasn't working, so I was having to upload it directly through the, website's interface, but that was erroring out and I wasn't always catching which files were erroring
Sigh.
and whether it was
This one is really soft.
Does he need to rest now?
He does. I put a dent in the side of his head.
Oh.
I didn't mean to. And we'll put him back under here.
Yeah.
And then
But yeah.
what I really need to do now is bring up a picture of this cup so I can get the handles on.
Okay, one moment, please.
These should be dry enough at this point.
I don't think I closed that photo.
Yeah, that's why I was.
Oh.
Is that right?
Oh, that's amusing. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make this window kind of small so that I'll move it over here. There, now we'll be able to read new comments. Oop, no, don't make it cover the whole screen. There we go. How's that?
Yeah, but look at the handle.
Honestly, one of those handle blanks is probably enough handle material to make handles
I
for
was
both.
just amused. I picked
Yeah.
it up. That's good. Pitch it would.
Yes, it just fit right around the neck.
That's not what it does.
No, that is not its purpose. Really, it's not. It's amusing.
Some people are easily amused.
Like us when we're doing lots of stuff.
It's a stew.
Okay. Sculpt the chunk out. Cheekbones look the right shape. Now this time I held a piece of clay left over. Yep.
Oh, there we go. Look.
Oh no! Oh, repair! Repair!
I pumped it. That's a lot softer than I thought it would.
Well, that'll be the side the handle goes on, right?
Yeah. But yeah, that's about it.
Oh goodness. Yeah, the butt. You wouldn't want to work on the skull right now, anyways, because I picked it up and my hand started indenting the bottom.
Oh,
What will be
yeah.
the top of the head. Maybe you will just go directly on the board. I don't think you need any more protection from moisture loss. There you go.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Because those ones just have like little ringy type handles.
yeah.
There you
Go.
go. Next
Now
skull.
what I do, mark it with my
Ah.
fingers. Oh, that one was soft.
And yeah, you do have the goop.
That's what my fingernails, my thumbnails are for. Marking handles. Oh, just do a tool. There we go. That tool will work. So just need to do the cross hatching. Go. Also on the handle. Cause that way the goo gets in there and it forms some more complete bond.
This is a slightly smaller medium.
This is, and goo is a very technical term too.
Yeah, the technical term is slip. We just generally refer to it as
It's,
goo.
cause it's gooey.
It's gooey. And sometimes it's extra gooey.
Put it down in the clay.
Yeah, well, this particular clay was quite swamp scented when you were scooping the clay out of the bucket the other day.
Yeah, it was. That means it's good clay. It's not an awful thing.
Some people find the scent kind of distractingly distasteful. And we go, oh well, that's a good batch. Moving on.
Is it supposed to do that? As a matter of fact, yes.
Yes.
And then you just off of my finger.
Yeah, just totally put it right there.
Just fine.
I saw bits.
Yeah, and this one looks fine here.
Nose. Yeah. Was that the second piece of the same handle?
Yes.
Okay, so I was right. Well, that's kind of good in a way. The other two just go in the use it later bag. Because okay, I don't think it's in shot, but there's a wire drawer rack that's behind her that it has drawers that are labeled with the different clay colors. Each drawer contains one or more bags of handles.
This so that way.
And the fire is all neatly burnt itself out. I just noticed the fan just now stopped. But I mean, okay, it's dropped back down to 69 degrees.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
That's fine. Neither cat has asked to go back inside, so the temperature is still quite fine.
And they're also in the same spot.
Yeah, they've got sunny spots. And we've got some high, thin clouds right now, so Nyx isn't getting too warm.
She's curled her when it's asleep.
Yeah, she's sound asleep. I just watched Agatha turn over. All I have to do
go
is-
inside soon anyways.
Yeah, I just heard your stomach again.
Yeah.
Well, I am on the second to last skull form. Wait, since you threw today, and it wasn't a whole lot, are you going to want to do more throwing tomorrow, or are you because you just threw today? Tomorrow's Saturday.
We'll see.
We'll see. Normally we have a day in between throwing sessions.
Because it leads a lot to fewer sore muscles and
Yeah.
irritated soft tissues. Like wrists.
And also, it allows time for things like handles, should things eat handles, or in this case, well, there's another 6 skull blanks over there on the shelf.
Yeah, probably could do
Because you threw 2 normal cups and 6 skull blanks.
All depends on what we end up doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Keep forgetting it's Friday.
I know. It's like time is meaningless. Oh, this is the reason why so many of our clocks have the day of the week on them.
And that doesn't always.
No. Sometimes it's like, I thought it for sure it was this, and actually it was like 2
And we have a
days
calendar.
off, and
Calendar on the refrigerator to see what's when and how long, how
It's-
far into the future.
I think at the moment since I just refreshed it, we have like a year up on the refrigerator.
Which is probably a good thing.
Yeah. Because when it gets down, so there's only like a month or 2 out on the refrigerator, I find it frustrating.
Because you can't see what's coming.
I can't see the future. It's like it's blinders. Well, we sign up for events sometimes like a year in advance. We plan the calendar out that far.
Yeah, especially this time of the year, you start looking into next season's events.
Yeah. What's funny is the ones in January, they almost like don't belong to either season.
Yeah. We have 3 of them.
I know. It's so tiring. And maybe this year we can avoid catching.
Washington,
Yeah, Washington.
Central Valley.
Yeah.
And then Northern they're both in Northern Washington.
Yes.
And I think Ursumis is further north, I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Remember it's north of Tacoma,
On Tier 12th night is in Bellingham.
which is
which
North.
I have to look at a map to see where
That's
Bellingham
north of
is.
Tacoma.
Yes.
So it's northern Washington.
Yes, Tacoma is our guide mark as to where things, there's north of Tacoma and then there's north of Seattle.
Yes.
That's our, and then there's the things on the peninsula
Yeah.
and, things east of Tacoma.
East is not so good. 'Cause
East we're
you
not
start
as
getting
fond
into
of.
the deserty areas.
Which during the summer is hot and nasty and during the winter is cold and nasty and snowy and you can get trapped.
Yeah, I'm not fond of being trapped. Of this don't be trapped thing.
Yeah.
No, we lived on the coast where
You could be trapped by weather and circumstance.
Yeah. Don't be on the wrong side of a road closure.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't, well, in Wales weather, it was, wildfire where that time where we had to do, what was it?
An 800-mile detour.
800-mile, yeah, the 800-mile detour to get home.
Yeah.
And there was fire weather watching home at that, and yeah, that was not a fun trip.
Christopher's home, he doesn't drive.
October is stressful.
Yeah.
We didn't drive down to
Midwest.
Great Western this year because we didn't have the energy, we didn't have the stock.
Those are summer events so well.
Yeah.
We had so many orders.
Yes, which we are still turning through, and apologize for the delay caused by basically having September surgically removed a la COVID.
Just the first half, at the end of August, the
This-
first half. So, but
we
yeah.
can't, cause he got back home as the disease vector like the 29th of August.
Yeah. And then it was like 3 weeks after
And,
that,
yeah.
before we were, yeah, he went to
We were,
Louisiana and brought back COVID.
and that was a work trip, he didn't have a choice.
He didn't, no, it was a manager's retreat.
Yeah. And
Well, your employer says, you gotta go, you gotta go.
go. There we go, got those 2 mugs put away, you're putting those down, so what I'll do is I'll put the large skull back under its cover, and we'll call it here.
Yeah, just go
Let
here.
me reround this
Before my
lanyard.
stomach
hole.
starts growling again.
You mean it stopped? Actually, this one, is starting to distort so badly here, it can't sit upside it. It can't sit on its opening.
Yeah.
It has to sit
That
on its head
happens
top.
sometimes.
Yeah. But you can
But I
sit
got the
on,
cups done, so.
yeah. That thing's handled. I got 4 out of the 5 new skull blanks sculpted.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
1 skull blank completely finished. So, okay. Oh, I need to drag this back to center so I can see all my things. Oh, thanks for streaming. Oh, thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.